I offered them if they book between the 15th and the end of the year, that I give them their choice of a free drink mix.
Fantastic.
And that's been going over well.
Awesome. Anyone else? Judy, I know you've had a couple parties already.
Yeah, what was the question? I missed part of that.
I had asked, what ideas you have for the month of December to increase your booking, sales, and recruiting this month. Because I know pretty much everybody on this call is looking to promote this month.
Well, for December, I simply said that I would commit to 2 parties in order to not be crazy. For I'm going to hit it hard, so don't have to do anything extra in January. And I can't tell you how many people said they'd have a party in January. I said, normally January you undecorate your house and you feel kind of blue and you kind of hide out, and so you got to have something to look forward to. And that seemed to be the spark that made people say yes for January. I have about 15 to 20 tentative parties in January because of that approach.
Fantastic. Could you write that down for us?
Maybe.
Okay.
Yeah, I was amazed. I went to a college campus and did kind of an eventing thing, even though it was an eventing event. And what I found out is recruiting on a college campus is the right place to be, because you have young kids who want money for pizza, and so you tell them about the investment and getting started, and that the money from their chocolate sales would supplement their income for each month while they're in school, and it would also carry them over from graduation into their career. Once they have their career established, they'll probably still want to do it for a hobby to have fun money on the side. And the idea of starting their own business while they're in college, if you can get business majors in particular, is quite attractive.
Awesome. Great, Judy. I love that.
It's a good idea.
Okay. Judy, do you want the email of the host letter?
Yes, please.
What's your email?
I couldn't. jlintag at hotmail.com. Oh, actually, mail it to the other one, Judy R. Lintag at gmail.com.
You switched to the Gmail. Good job.
Yep.
Okay. Well, I just happened to record all of your little tips here already, so that's awesome.
Here's a good one that happened today. I took a potential recruit out for breakfast, and while we were talking and I was showing her the catalog and everything, the lady behind us in the booth was listening. She got up when it was time to go and asked what we were selling, and I told her all about it, and she booked a party right there.
Awesome.
So it nailed down the recruit because she saw it in action. It was amazing.
I love it. I love it. How about Lily, Shanna? Do you guys have anything to add that you're doing?
Kind of telling my friends I need them to have a party. I need to promote. So
Hey.
that's how I just booked 3 of them yesterday. I said, hey, you're going to have a party. I'll help you with the sales, but let's do it.
Awesome. And you know what? I've used that one quite a bit. I'm working really hard because you know what? Part of it is your friends and your family do want to be a part of your excitement and you want to help them be successful. So, it doesn't hurt to ask. The worst that they can say is no. And then you're in the same place you were before. I've had people actually say, well, you have never asked me. Why haven't you asked me? I was kind of just waiting. And it was like, oh, I don't know. I thought you were going to say no, and I had already made their decision for them by not even asking. So I think that's fantastic, Shanna. And Lily has crying babies. I totally understand that. I'm at work, which is nice because I don't have any crying babies here. But okay. Well, this was kind of a little short meeting. Thanks for waiting for me to get on. It was a little bit crazy today. Anything else you guys want to go over? I know everybody's working super hard, so I don't want to take up a ton of your time with our meeting. But yeah, anything else?
Amy, I have a question.
Yeah.
This time of year when the weather is iffy, can Dove Products sit outside if it gets below freezing without much problem?
So the one thing that you have to worry about with cold is that the chocolate can blush, which means it gets kind of a whitish film sort of to it.
Right.
And it doesn't mean the chocolate is bad, but
Okay.
part of our guarantee is that, you know, we want the chocolate in perfect condition. And so if they do open the chocolate and it has blushed, you know, the company will replace it. So can the containers wait, would you ask? Can the containers freeze and break?
I'm thinking the pasta sauce, glass jar.
Right.
I'm in
Most
Wisconsin, so
So, you know, if it's out in 32-degree weather for a little, you know, like even a day maybe, it probably will be okay. But
yeah, it's never out that long. It's usually just a couple of hours between when.
yeah, but
If
I
it's
definitely
really
wouldn't count on that. It's really supposed to be kind of like in the 60s. It's supposed to be kept in a cooler but not super cold place. I've heard people say the field services has told them to keep it in the refrigerator. My experience has been that it still blushes if it's in the refrigerator for a long time. The actual chocolate. Obviously, the glass containered items, you know, you want to be pretty cautious about. The wine has sat out in my car before, and it does not freeze.
We don't have wine yet.
Alcohol, so it's gonna.
When are we going to get booze in Wisconsin?
Well, you know, Illinois got it.
I know, that
And
sucks.
Colorado and Texas. So we're moving. I mean, that's
Okay.
what, 2-3 months it took for them. So that's wonderful. I thought that it might take a little bit longer than that to continue to add states. So,
Okay.
Judy or Sue, how is your laws with liquor?
How is our what?
How are your laws with liquor?
I mean, it's 21 and over, but we are the drinkingest state in the nation.
Oh, well. Does Traveling Vineyard go there?
Yes.
Okay. Perfect. Shanna, where are you again?
I'm in Florida.
I think that's a state they go as well. And Lily,
Yeah.
you're in.
I order Travel and Vineyard all the time.
Perfect. Okay. I know like Utah and is it Tennessee or Kentucky that is a dry, has the
Tennessee has dry areas.
Tennessee. So those are probably, you know, not going to happen.
Where Jack Daniels is made, you can't drink it.
Yes. That's what I was trying to think. Where's Jack Daniels made? Because I know that they're like totally dry, which is so weird. But yeah.
I just saw your wine bottle back there.
So that is the like prototype one that we had at advisory council. We had a little contest going on with just the 12 of us, and I managed to kite the bottle after we were done sampling. But if I could figure out a way to get it to you guys, I totally would. But Becca, Becca was letting me know that they're going to be very strict with people abusing the wine. So we don't want anyone on our team to be the example that they have to make for everybody else. So that's kind of where that is. Okay. Well, usually I'm supposed to do a call to action. What does everybody need still? I know with promoting, obviously there's sales and there's recruits. So Shanna, do you have somebody that you feel like is your team leader to be?
Sonia Hauser.
Okay. So as far as recruiting going, you're pretty solid. Are you more concerned about volume?
Yes.
Great.
Definitely.
Is that everybody's main consensus is volume?
Yes.
Okay. So what's the best thing to affect your volume?
Parties.
Book more parties. All right. So your call to action in the next 48 hours, I want you to add 2 bookings to your schedule for December.
Okay.
And I'd like you guys to let me know when you have done that, and I will send you out a little prize.
All right.
And is
Can
everybody?
I have this?
Oh, what?
I'm sorry. I just have a little tip that has worked for me as far as getting more parties. If you live in an area with little small towns, like 300 people in a town, find one person in that town that you know has kind of a zippy personality. Ask them to be your host and take care of the whole town at one time.
That's awesome.
You know it worked.
I do know that works because I heard. So just for everybody, Judy lives. She lives in the area, but she's kind of outside of Spokane, in a smaller area. But she did a nice big party with all of her church as well. That I heard went fantastic.
Yes, that went well. There were 50 men, women, and children. I do not recommend doing it that way. It was way too much work.
Yes. I always get really nervous with very large parties, and I feel like 10 to 15 people is like the perfect number of people at a party. Not too many, so it's not too loud and you're screaming to try to make sure everybody hears you. And but I have lots of fun even if I have 2 people. I'll do a party even if there's only 2 guests. So a lot of times you can kind of end up recruiting at least one of them. So anyway, awesome. I probably will Zoom the meeting tonight if anybody wants to attend. I'm going to have Darlene Brumley, who's working on promoting to manager this month. She is going to kind of give a little training on party in a basket. So she's going to bring the example that she's used, and she has booked, I think, like 10 of those this month to really help supplement her volume to make manager. So for those of you that want to pop back on, you're more than welcome. I will have it on, and I will do my best to record it as well.
What time is that?
It's 6:30 my time. So that would be, so right now it's 4:50 my time.
Okay.
And so that's what, like an hour and a half that
Okay.
from now.
Okay.
I know that I'm doing my best. This multiple time zone thing is kind of challenging. So I'm working on it. If I was on the other side, I think it might be a little easier if I was west or east coast and then had to worry about the did I just backwards myself? Yeah. Well, anyway, you guys know what I'm talking about. So yeah. Anyway, so I will most definitely take any suggestions that you have for making things work better for everyone. I think splitting up the meeting and having it be out of town and in town probably is very helpful to be able to ask questions and communicate too. So, okay. Well, I'm super excited. You guys, please keep in touch with me. Remember our call to action. And if you need anything, just let me know.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thanks, ladies. I'm
Thanks,
super
Amy.
excited. Keep in touch with me. I've got little thermometers for everybody tracking your performance. So, or tracking your progress, not performance. So,
Okay.
okay.
All right.
Thank you.
All right.
Okay.
You guys have a fantastic night.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.